Hi guys, this is Pestily and welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. Today I'm talking about the PVE mode for Escape from Tarkov. Has it killed Tarkov? What is it? And everything in between. So without further ado, let's crack straight into it. So first up, PVE mode is pretty much a full standalone playthrough of Escape from Tarkov where you don't play against other players. It is AI that are the PMCs within the raid, and you can play the game just like normal. However, instead of running into other real humans, you're running into bots that are pretending to be the humans. So you can actually still get the same fix of Escape from Tarkov without some of the other concerns and issues with Escape from Tarkov. So for example, you are locally hosted, so you can actually load into a raid extremely fast. This does put a lot of strain and pressure on your PC, and therefore it can actually make you have a slower frame rate. Now they have tried to combat this a little bit by making it that Streets of Tarkov is also ran on the Battlestate game servers, and also you have the ability to scav run, which is also hosted on the Tarkov's BSG servers. Besides from that, you can play through the actual entire game and it will not wipe unless you want it to. So therefore, if you're a father of 7,000 kids and you want to play the game at your own pace, you can. And it's been very attractive for a lot of people. This is not the offline co-op mode that was purchasable for like $5 or $10 that was available for a long time, where if you had Edge of Darkness, you could play the game with other people with Edge of Darkness in an offline co-op realm where you can set the settings whatever you want and just test out stuff or set your own little competitions. This is not that mode. This is a separate mode where you actually progress in Escape from Tarkov. Now, how much is it? It is actually only $20 to purchase if you already have Escape from Tarkov. Now, if you don't have Escape from Tarkov, you will need to buy the game and then buy this on top, but it is a standalone way of playing the game without any of those other stresses we just spoke about previously. Now, Escape from Tarkov has gone through its fair bit of drama over the last few months where they released the Unheard edition, and that was where we first saw the first iteration of the PVE, and it was only available to people that had the Unheard edition. Then after that, BSG took their time, but eventually they agreed on the fact that EOD or the Edge of Darkness editions would get this for free, and then it took them a few months to get to the point where they made it so you could buy the PVE upgrade for $20 to be able to play it with everyone else. Now, what I mean with everyone else, that means you can actually go in a raid with other people that have PVE and play together against the bots. If you do this, you will be playing on the BSG servers and you get to progress together at whatever rate you want. So it is a very appealing thing, but it's brought up its own controversies. So recently I posted this poll, and the reason why I posted this poll was a lot of people had actually started playing PVE, and I was kind of curious how many people were actually playing it as their primary game. Now, it's no secret, there was a lot of drama, and a lot of people either quit Escape from Tarkov, wrote it off, and said they're never going to play it again, or some people just like to click a poll where they say, oh, I just want to see the result. So that's why I always try and give an option for, quit or don't have the game. So that's there. So you completely ignore these people. Of the 34,000 votes, you could say probably about 12,000 of those aren't even a part of this, or maybe even 14,000, which means about 10 to 11,000 people are currently playing PvE as their primary game mode, and 10 to 11,000-ish are playing the PvP mode. Which begs the question, how quiet are the servers on the PvP mode? Now, depending on what time of day and the realms and regions you play on, PvP mode can be quite quiet to the point where you won't even see other players at times. But obviously, if you're playing on a weekend, peak hour, on a busy server, it's going to be chock-a-block. But a lot of people have found a lot of fun and interest in the PvE mode. Now, there's always a lot of conversation either on Reddit or Twitter and Twitch streams and everything where people are all like, oh, PvE killed Tarkov, or, cheaters have killed Tarkov. And honestly, I haven't even done a State of Tarkov video, which is something I usually do feels like every year. I'm pretty much writing, or maybe every 6 months, I'm making a State of Tarkov video. But this one came out recently where pretty much someone was saying that PvE killed Tarkov. Now, you have to understand the wipe cycles of Escape from Tarkov before we get into this situation, because this is nearly definitely going to be the longest wipe in Escape from Tarkov's history. It's going to be, I think, around the 8-month mark, which is a very long time for Escape from Tarkov to go without a wipe. But the question comes up that PvE killed Tarkov because no one wants to play the main game. No one wants to play PvP at the moment because they're bored and they need something to do. And PvE is exciting and fun to play for the very first time, or if you're new to Tarkov, it's actually really cool. And I will talk about that a little bit more further in this video. But Gigi did actually respond saying PvE didn't kill Tarkov, cheaters killed the player base into PvP. Now that's very true. A lot of people were playing PvE for different reasons. One would say cheaters. They'd go into a raid, they constantly get smacked by a cheater, or they feel like they're dying to a cheater every raid. If you are in the mindset that you are dying to a cheater every single raid, you're probably not very good at the game, right? There are cheaters, I'm going to be very clear, but if you're thinking it's every single raid that you die, I'm going to say you're probably not dying to cheaters every raid. There are definitely cheaters though. And that actually has made a lot of people feel the pain, because the one thing about Escape from Tarkov, when you die to a cheater, it's like getting kicked in the balls, but you're also losing your progression. You're losing your time spent playing the game. It's a COD lobby or Apex Legends. You press Q again. You're in, you're having fun. Nothing really changed that much. You just got a little bit of an ego kick. You know, whereas in Escape from Tarkov, you might have lost like a item that you were finding or looking for weeks. You know, these things can actually be really detrimental to your progression when you die to a cheater. So it is very punishing. And in PvE mode, you don't have to worry about that. So you will not have to run into cheaters. Secondly, probably the other thing that is really, really cool about PvE, it'll queues in instantly. There's no matching times. Unless you're playing on streets or with other people, you're not relying on BSG servers at all. I can sometimes get into a raid within 15 to 20 seconds pressing ready. And I'm not just talking factory, I'm talking other maps. Like you're going into customs and within 15 to 20 seconds, press ready, bam, you're already deploying. And it's just really cool to like not have to be sitting around for 7 minutes of matching to some random person that's synchronizing with the servers. And it's very frustrating when that happens. So to be honest, that is another reason why I think a lot of people are playing PvE. The last but not least reason is this whole theory that the Giga Chads of Tarkov have, you know, suppressed the pleb into not being able to have any fun playing Escape from Tarkov, and the immersion's too much, and they want to go into the PvE lobbies because they're sick of getting stomped on by 17-year-old kids that don't even go to school and all they're doing is playing Tarkov 24/7, or Twitch streamers, which I'm gonna be honest, I think out of the whole player base, the Twitch streamers are probably a very small percentage. But yeah, I imagine there would be some people that are just getting sick of getting stomped on by actual good players. But at the same time, that's a part of Tarkov. Like, you all go through that as you progress. So they're probably not the kind of people that are going to stick through Tarkov anyway, and they're probably going to get agitated and frustrated at other things. But I would say third but final reason, but not really the most compelling, is the people that are getting sick and getting stomped on, and they want the easy mode, which PvE mode is fairly easy, but it is fun. So let's go with that. All right, so let's talk about my experience on PvE. So first up, I'm doing 2 playthroughs at the exact same time. One is a single raid a day. I go in, I play 1 raid of Escape from Tarkov on PvE mode, and I try and do as much as I can in that raid. Depending on the map, say a streets raid is like 50 minutes. I try and get as much done with kills and looting and everything. And then other times I'll go into like customs. It's like 35, 40 minutes, and I try and get as much done. It's been a lot of fun. I do 1 raid a day. That's kind of how I'm doing it, so I don't get sick of it. Doing that playthrough is actually really fun to just be able to try out PvE without going too obsessed with it, because I feel like if I played it all day every day, I would get very bored of it because it is kind of repetitive and easy. But for people learning Escape from Tarkov, I think they'll actually benefit a lot from that, because instead of just trying to get into a raid and going, oh, I'm dead, they actually get to explore and try out like, whoa, what's in this area, and actually loot around. So I've got my 1 raid a day series, and then I'm also starting, which I'm restarting because I actually can now do it on a standard account. I'm restarting my PvE playthrough, or hardcore. So this one will be done over a long period of time, but I did start it on an unheard edition, and it was definitely easy. For hardcore, I was getting like a lot of PMC kills per raid, which made it a lot easier because I could actually constantly stay really decked out with good gear. But for the main reasons I was talking about before, there's no cheaters, there's no loading times. It is cool and fun just to go in there, mess about, and have a bit of fun. That is my experience with PvE. I'm sure a lot of other people are experiencing different things, and of course, you actually can play this with your friends as well. So now that it's actually available to purchase for 20 bucks, it might actually bring a lot of people. I actually do think it'll bring a lot of people back to Escape from Tarkov and being able to play the game again, because they might have had a bit of annoyance in the cheaters or loading times and all that kind of stuff. And very briefly, I will touch on, should you buy it? Yes, if you are the kind of person that just wants to play Tarkov at your own pace, I think $20 is really reasonable. It's not like a heap of money. If you are pissed off at Battlestate games and you ever want to touch their game again, totally understand. There are a lot of people out there that will say, why don't you just play SPT, which is single player Tarkov? It's a cracked version of Escape from Tarkov. Some people are saying that you do need the game. Other people are saying you don't need the game to do it. It's modifiable, all these things. BSG are going to make PvE mode modifiable in the future. I don't really care what you do. It's up to you how you want to go, but I think 20 bucks to support PvE is worthwhile, and if you want to play it, do it. If not, I don't really care. I do find it fun and a good way to teach people Escape from Tarkov. Now, before I do wrap up this video, I am actually starting to make content again for my Pestily TV channel. Originally, this channel was made for all the long format content because it was so long and I was putting out so many videos a day. I'm now putting out all my long format content there so you can find it, and I can make more opinion pieces and specific videos for the Pestily channel, so it's not getting lost in episode 74 of the hardcore series. I do understand there's a lot of members on this channel. I am going to make it like $1 or $1.50 or something on the Pestily TV channel for you to be a member over there, and you'll get early access to all the videos that come out on that channel. So as soon as they're ready to post and scheduled, you'll be able to get access to the series being over there. So at the moment, there's going to be a 7 Days to Die series series on the Pestily TV channel starting, I think today. On the 1st of August will be the offline PVE raid, 1 raid a day series, which I'm actually really excited for you guys to see because there's been some pretty cool moments in that one. And then the hardcore series will go up there once the wipe happens in early August. So you'll have 3 series going at the same time, which good luck to my editor because he's got to do all that plus all the stuff for this channel as well. Hopefully we can keep it up. It's going to be an interesting one, but we're going to give it a go. So if you haven't gone and checked out the Pestily TV channel, go over there, give it a sub, get ready for a lot of content going out there because it's going to be a lot of fun. And then I'm going to try and make it that it's more opinion pieces and more specific, deliberately made videos instead of stuff straight from the stream that will be up on the Pestily channel. So much love to everyone who's gotten to this point of the video. If you have, make sure you like and comment for the YouTube algorithm. Tell me if you're going to buy or play PvE mode, and also subscribe, notification bell to keep up to date for the latest content. And lastly, guys, I'll see you next time.